Salakia. The video had to cut off, and continuing, like I was saying, like as I read in Habakkuk chapter 2 verses 3, it seems like the prophecy has tarried for a bit. I mean, the gathering over there in Jehoshaphat, because of the peace deal between the US and the Iran. But we know, according to prophecy, that won't last for long, because of this very verse here in the book of Jeremiah 50 verses 45. Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord Yahushai, that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. And who are those least of the flock? That is Amalek, the chief tribe of the nation of Edom, which are the modern day Israelis, or who people call the Jewish people today. These are the least of the flock. And these people, because they are the chief tribe of the nation of Edom, the Lord has given them power over all the tribes of Esau Edom, which are found in the European Union and even America, Australia, and so on and so forth. So what's going on is they have the final say, because these devils, the Israelis, they really want to wipe Iran out of the equation. They see them as a rival to them in the Middle East. So no matter what, this peace deal will not hold, because these Israelis will definitely do something that would provoke or they will do something to provoke the Iranians, you see, and then the Iranians will retaliate, or whatever means. The thing is, they will do something to provoke the Arabs, the Muslims over there in the Levant, and that will cause these Muslim countries to rise up against these small hearts or the Israelis. Then these people will have no choice, the Babylonians will have no choice but to come and defend their brother, you see. So during the event of all these things, this is what will happen. The third war is what will take place, and I'll go there. I think it's in 14 or so. Let me see. Third war. And so, okay, Revelation chapter 11 verses 14. The second war is past, which is the Second World War, and behold, the third war cometh quickly, which is the Third World War. That's what we are waiting upon. And during that Third World War, this is what is about to happen to Babylon the Great. Jeremiah chapter 51, and starting from 1. Thus saith the Lord Yahushai, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind, and will send unto Babylon furnace. And see, this destroying wind blows to destruction. Let's go there right now to that precept. The book of Revelation chapter 7 verses 1. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. You see? And so these are the angels holding back the distraction, the chaos, the full, destruction of, especially of Babylon the Great. And this is what's really going on. They are holding it back, but the time will come when the Lord would allow them to release this destroying wind. And it states here, I will send unto Babylon furnace, and shall furnace, shall empty a land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about, and against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifted himself up in his beginning. And spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her host. And this is talking about Babylon the Great. And thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in the streets. For Israel have not be forsaken, nor Judah of his God, of his Lord of hosts, though their land was still a sin against the Holy One of Israel. You see, flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul, and not cut off in iniquity. For this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hands, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunk of a wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. But we know the Lord would heal Babylon, even though he can't, but because of the iniquities of this nation, especially against the children of Israel, which they hold today in their hands, both the northern and the southern kingdom, the Lord will not heal them. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go, everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up unto the skies. You see, and so the Lord would they make these nations to fire all their thermonuclear missiles upon this sinful nation, Babylon the Great, and then utterly destroy them. You send his nuclear missiles to destroy Babylon the Great, and then you cause the nations, to send missiles. The nations that possess the nuclear missiles onto Babylon the Great, and to completely destroy them out of that land. You see, and so what's happening is the remnant will be saved. This is what's happening here. Zechariah chapter 13, verses 8. And shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. What does this mean? This means that 2/3 of the nation of Israel in the land of Babylon will die by these thermonuclear missiles, but the 1/3 of the nation of Israel will be delivered up into the chariots. You see, when the day of the Lord arrives, you see, when the Lord Yahushua arrives with his angels in his chariots to save the 1/3, the elect. You see, only the 1/3 will be delivered into the chariots, but the 2/3, because they have ignored this word, will be destroyed. See, because most likely the 2/3 would take this very thing here in the book of Revelation chapter 13 verses 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, in their foreheads, that no man might buy yourself, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. You see, here is wisdom. Let him that have a sign count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603.6. So, as an Israelite, and not to take this microchip. If you take it, you'll be doomed, and more than likely the 2/3 will be the ones that will have this thing in their hand or in their foreheads. And when they do take it, what will happen is the Lord will destroy them. They've been marked. They have given their worship to the Esau Edom, put their trust in Esau Edom, in his system, just to survive in his society, his decrepit society. You see, his dying society. But the 1/3 will refuse the mark because they have faith in Yahweh Basham, Yahushai. And so the Lord will surely deliver the, the elect because of this very verse here. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience. This is Revelation 3 verses 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Because I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Come. This is what we are hoping for. We hope the Lord to keep us safe and to deliver us when that time comes, and to keep us from the hour of temptation, Lord willing. So I end today's lesson by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Basham, Yahushai Bashar Rukakadash, and Shalom unto the elect. Shalom.